Hello! How's everybody doing? Happy Monday!
Doing fantastic. What's up?
Yay! Thank you for being here, everybody. This is episode 8 of Edge Files. We've made it this far. Wow, that does seem like a lot. But how you doing today, Kaylee?
I am so wonderful. It is the Monday before Thanksgiving. I am excited for the holiday, and I am excited to hear some messed up shit.
Good. You came to the right place. How about you, Andy? How are you?
Yeah, been wondering because we were debating after the last one, are we going to do the depressing episode or the super depressing episode?
And I didn't, I forgot that I mentioned that. But I'm glad I made this decision because super depressing, I just wasn't in the mood for today.
Yeah. I think
we're celebratory. Right, it's almost American Thanksgiving. That's a holiday of wonder, right?
Yes.
Right?
American Thanksgiving. I don't know why that sounds weird when you say it that way.
They have Canadian Thanksgiving. It was in October.
That's in October though, right? Yeah.
I assume there's Mexican Thanksgiving and, Denmarkian Thanksgiving.
And a lot of European people that consider it like Losers' Day or,
Every day is Losers' Day in America.
In my house, yeah.
There's Norwegian Thanksgiving where we eat a manatee.
Yeah, they don't
eat. You got to eat fish for Norwegian
a walrus
Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, they make.
All right,
Luigi, use every part of the walrus over there.
Luigi, I am dying to know. I think I have an idea what we're talking about today, but will you tell everybody what we are talking about today?
No.
Okay.
Today we're actually going to be talking about a story that I really like to share with people that's a little really kind of out there, but I really enjoy talking about it. It is the story of Candice Bergen.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with the actress Candice Bergen?
Murphy Brown.
Murphy Brown, yeah. Candice had a very unusual childhood, and that's what we're going to talk about. Now, what's interesting is that the video package that I sent over to you is actually pretty short, especially like given like some of the stuff that we typically do. I kept it really short because I think that this particular episode is going to really get muddled up with conversation. Like there's going to be a lot of shocking things about this that we're going to want to just stop it and just talk. But here's a rundown real quick. Candice's father was a very famous ventriloquist. And if you haven't heard of him, his name is Edgar Bergen. And Candice was brought up to believe that his ventriloquist dummy, which actually became kind of the focal point of his act, named Charlie McCarthy, he raised Candice to believe that Charlie was Candice's older and more deserving brother. And Candice actually talks about it after a long time of keeping a lot of secrets, has opened up recently about it in a book that she wrote in 2016, talking about how she competed with a ventriloquist dummy for her father's attention and ultimately feels that she lost. It's a really, really weird story with a lot of really creepy details, but I think it's really kind of worth talking about, especially because of the fact that, as you all said, you all know Candice as Murphy Brown. She went on to have a great career in spite of very challenging circumstances and a very, very weird relationship with her father.
If I were to tell you that all of my daddy issues come from the same exact place, would you believe me?
Yes.
I'm always competing with a dummy. Blah.
Yeah, Carl Hamburger, we know.
This particular story, though, is really out there. Like, none of us are going to really be able to relate to this. I don't think. I hope not, anyway. But it is weird because I think there are little parts of it that all of us can somewhat identify as being a little bit of a part of our life, but nothing to the extreme that Candice experienced. I don't want to give too much away. It's kind of a weird thing to talk about to give an intro, but I guess we can.
Why don't we hit a couple? I see that we have a couple of super chats coming in. Why don't we hit those and then we'll get right into the clip package?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
My glasses are not on, so I'm going to have somebody else do the reading.
Reverend Hamhead, member for 14 months. That logo looks remarkably similar to the Buzz Myers logo. I thought you were a super fan.
Copyright.
Yeah. Cease and desist. Donna G, wishing Luigi, Kayleen, Andy, and the chat a very happy Thanksgiving. So thankful for you all. Thank you for the $20, Donna G.
Thanksgiving, Donna G. You're incredible. You make the world go round.
Big Daddy Dodo, $1.99. Murphy's Brown Eye. That's right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how brown is the Murphy Brown? That's what we're going to be discussing tonight.
No.
Rumpled Trench Coat, the Columbo podcast for $5. My favorite part of Edgar Bergen's act was that he was a ventriloquist act on the radio. Who would know if his lips move? That is a great point.
That's
like the Dabbler being the world's greatest ventriloquist.
We're going to talk a little bit about that. That's where his act started. But ultimately, Edgar took Charlie into movies and did, TV shows. But oddly enough, that is where the story starts.
All right, well, let's get into it.
Ventriloquists are weird, and a lot of people think the whole thing is a little creepy. The dummy, more often than not, despite having his or her voice personally supplied by the ventriloquist, is almost always the bigger star. Ventriloquist dummies have been big in movies and television, especially in the horror genre. If you've ever heard the name Candice Bergen, you probably know that she is an accomplished actress. While she is most widely known for her role as the titular character on the TV comedy Murphy Brown, she has actually had a successful and prolific career for nearly 6 decades.
Is it echoing?
Yeah, it's kind of repeating on my end, so maybe
that's weird.
Enabled in two different places.
Let me see if it's the file or if it's the StreamYard. Hang on.
The Edge file. This is
the
real
double-edged file.
This is what's happening tonight. It's actually the haunted computer episode. It's not really about Charlie McCarthy. Or is it?
It is the file.
The file. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That means we get extra spooky Thanksgiving times with ventriloquists.
Yay.
Take out one earbud. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Everybody, it's fine. Okay.
Here, let me
It's just the dad and the ventriloquist talking at the same time. That's how impressive of a ventriloquist he is.
Imagine that Luigi is drinking a glass of water while this is playing.
Yes, there you go. That's what it is.
All right, let me back this back up. We will again deal with the echo here.
The dummy more often than not,
it
despite
send it to you again to get rid of that. I think I know what the problem is.
Oh, but okay. Anyway, you want to fiddle around for a moment then?
Yeah.
You want to stall? We can stall. Everybody banter. Everybody banter. It's time for banter. So what's everybody's Thanksgiving plans?
Well, I'll give a little bit of the story here, and then we can get back to the audio. But I wanted to give a little bit of an intro there, just to kind of remind everybody in case they forgot that ventriloquist dummies are weird and creepy and scary. And I think most people can. I think most people can agree with that.
I mean, I have heard the name Charlie McCarthy before knowing any of this. So there was definitely some fame and notoriety to this act that has carried through generations to, even after it's a bygone thing, it's still maybe like a punchline or a reference that people pull out.
And it, if you see the picture, like even the picture that's on our thumbnail, it's become the template or archetype ventriloquist dummy for anybody who goes and buys their first ventriloquist dummy. So like Charlie McCarthy became a huge deal because of Candice Bergen, and I'm sorry, because of Edgar Bergen making him a big deal. The character was supposed to be this sarcastic, funny, womanizing ventriloquist dummy, and there you go.
Yeah.
And
and real quick, rumpled trench coat. That's the Echo.
Thank you.
Echo is no worse than SJ broadcasting from his living room.
Well, that's not a comparison that I'm okay with.
I never want to be like that man.
I have it uploading right now.
Perfect. I pulled up an image also so that people can see kind of what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, he's basically the first Google result when you Google ventriloquist dummy. He's the most famous ventriloquist dummy before that.
Of
Jeff
course,
Dunham's terrorist.
What the great Gabbo was based on from The Simpsons as well.
Yeah.
That's right, Gabbo.
Or Otto and George is maybe my favorite.
Gabbo.
Do you hear that, Smithers? Garbo is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's crazy is that what we're going to hear about Candice's home life is that Edgar was actually a pretty mild-mannered guy, very quiet, very shy to some extent, and weirdly, whenever he would start doing his act with Charlie, he became a completely different person, where he was loud, obnoxious, and funny in this way that he was never comfortable with being in public. And I think that really lends a lot to the oddness of this story, because of the fact that it's almost like the doll, to some extent, as we've seen in, movies, possessed him. I know it's a really weird thing to say, and that's odd, but
and especially from a skeptic like you don't usually like the possessions.
Yeah, and I don't even like to use it as a joke. Like, it's not exactly what I mean, but I'm just saying, trying to relate it to something, but it was a costume for him to use. And when he slipped into this costume, he became a very different person. And that is weird, that is a strange thing. All right, here we go.
All right, while we wait for the clip package, I want to hear from everybody, both the chat and Andy and Luigi. What's creepier, ventriloquist dummies or mannequins? Because I feel like I'm terrified of mannequins. Maybe it's just because I encounter them more frequently.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I see. You know
everywhere.
What? It is always creepy when you see that in a movie where there's a mannequins covered with or that scene in I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's pretty terrifying, as opposed to walking into a room full of ventriloquist dummies.
And if I'm going to compare the movies Magic and Maniac, Maniac is way spookier. And I was saying dummies, I think here. Yeah. What do we got?
Luigi, what's your vote?
A mannequin fetish?
I don't find mannequins weird. It's the ventriloquist moving mouth that really creeps me out. It's like it's something trying to be way too human, This
is funny that you. I'm sorry if I cut you off. Finish your thought.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm remembering now that Dan Harmon from Harmontown and Rick and Morty fame and Community, he had a stocking fetish. I think he used to crawl around underneath the dining room table while his mom's friends were hanging out, and he developed this fetish with women's legs and stockings, and he had admittedly a different scale of just a mannequin leg and up to full-size mannequins that he would put stockings on and, get romantic with, if we're going to keep it PG. He would jerk off to the mannequin leg, is what I'm trying to say.
Have we ever kept it PG here? What the hell are you talking about?
He made love to the mannequin leg.
Yeah. And it's what made Harmontown such a great podcast. Go listen to Harmontown. It's over now.
Ooh,
but
somebody in the chat actually named a great movie.
Is it Tourist Trap with Dane
Yes.
Tapp? Oh, yeah.
That is a great movie. I love that movie.
And again, a spooky mannequin movie. And also, yes, Noah, Maniac. Yes, with Joe Spinell. Terrifying, amazing performance. One of the most harrowing psychological horror movies, slasher, everything. So freaking crazy. I am not afraid of the movie Mannequin. Shut up.
She is afraid of Mannequin 2 on the movie.
She's afraid of Hollywood Jones, or what was his name? Hollywood. Damn it, I can't remember the guy's name. Remember the character?
Magic too.
The gay black man?
Yeah, it was Hollywood something.
Yeah, I'm scared of him too for a different reason. But I did put a poll up on Twitter when I was promoting this that asking if ventriloquists are impressive and talented or creepy and cringe. And it was 38% to 62% winning with creepy and cringe. So
they're making a comeback right now with all of those like America's Got Talent shows and stuff like that. There's always, especially the European versions of those shows, which are probably not called America's Got Talent. I'm just realizing right now, like American Thanksgiving, America's Got Talent. I don't know. The ventriloquist dummies have become like a thing again. Like there's TikTok ventriloquist dummies.
Yeah, Hellraiser bringing up.
Yep,
Hellraiser bringing
just finished
Silence in there. I remember Dead Silence.
Now that was a great movie too. I liked that one.
Yeah, but that's more I'm afraid of old ladies than dummies.
All right, I'm gonna well, please fuck off is what I'm trying to say about that. Old ladies suck a dick. I don't even want to hear it anymore, asshole. I'm gonna try to play this video package. Let's find out if there's an echo. So again, no worries. Luigi, this is gonna be our package talking all about Candice Bergen. I can't say her last name.
Ventriloquists are weird, and a lot of people think the whole thing is so little creepy. The dummy, more often than not, despite having his or her voice personally supplied by the ventriloquist, is almost always the bigger star. Ventriloquist dummies have been big in movies and television, especially in the horror genre. If you've ever heard the name Candice Bergen, you probably know that she is an accomplished actress. While she is most widely known for her role as the titular character on the TV comedy Murphy Brown, she has actually had a successful and prolific career for nearly 6 decades. Her career is pretty remarkable, especially when you consider that she was able to forge her own path in show business in the shadow of her very famous father. Her father was a world-famous ventriloquist named Edgar Bergen.
Okay, let's stop it right there. I do want to give
a great place to stop.
Yes, absolutely. I want to give a few quick items about Candice before we move forward.
I'm sorry. It just
you want that hat, right?
It looks like the Arthur Brown fire hat. You guys know what I'm talking? You're both looking at me like I'm fucking insane.
I don't know what that is. Sorry.
It's like a very famous song. Nobody knows Arthur Brown. He was the first guy to ever wear corpse paint, and he has this song called Fire, and he dances around with a fire hat.
Oh, you mean RDB?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. No, I don't know who that is. Sorry.
That's what it looks like. Leave me alone.
A few things real quick is that so Candice was born in 1946. That's kind of important to this story. Lived in Beverly Hills her whole life. I guess what we would probably consider to be like the richest part of the United States, where, all of the stars live. And she was an only child until she was 15 years old. That's also another very important part of the story. All right. Sorry. We can keep going.
Continuing along.
She later became an entertainer as well. Candice's relationship with her father was not a healthy one. She grew up feeling rejected and sidelined by him because he seemed to love his dummy more than he loved his own daughter. This part of her life remained a secret. until she wrote a memoir detailing how complicated her childhood was and the intricacies of her relationship with her father, Edgar Bergen, who made waves during Hollywood's golden...
I always forget that we say that we're going to have like a signal to stop.
More
people hated that one.
Now I want to just say that this to some extent was somewhat known, but she never talked about it. She only started talking about this in 2016. That's 9 years ago. And to talk about her age, she's now 79 years old. It took her until she was 70 years old to tell this story. And I feel like that's really important to this.
Yeah.
Is there did her father pass away and that was the inspiration to that? Is there...
Her father passed away in 1973.
Yeah, so
and like
that's crazy.
It's I believe it's 73. She really just couldn't talk about this because it was so crazy.
Yeah, it's like coming to terms with things or just like getting to a not giving a fuck kind of point of view. Remember when Richard Dreyfuss was on Club Random talking about practicing kissing with his sister because he's so old that he just doesn't give a fuck anymore? That's true.
Oh my God.
That's going to be next episode.
Yeah,
go watch Richard Dreyfuss get super fucked up and melt into his chair on Club Random.
That's darker than anything I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's good context for this, is that she was living with, we're going to get into what those details are, but I feel like it's really important to talk about how this was really, this fucked her up is really what I'm getting at. This fucked her up bad. Edgar Bergen appeared in the Muppet movie, Dame Taft is saying, in 1979. Okay, so it was 70, I believe it was 79 then when he died. But anyway, it's been over 45 years. It's going to get weird, but I just really want to just keep saying that we've only learned about this recently. So, all right.
We're going to need a bigger boat. I just want to point that one out. Right.
Let me
back us up a second here. Let me back us up a minute here.
Candice's relationship with her father was not a healthy one. She grew up feeling rejected and sidelined by him because he seemed to love his dummy more than he loved his own daughter. This part of her life remained a secret until she wrote a memoir detailing how complicated her childhood was and the intricacies of her relationship with her father, Edgar Bergen, who made waves during Hollywood's golden age with his dummy, Charlie McCarthy. As Candice was growing up, she was neglected
right there
as a result.
A picture. I just want to, there's going to be lots of pictures in here of Candice Bergen growing up. And that's where I talked about how I think we're going to like really stop this and want to discuss that. That is her as a baby or whatever, probably maybe 5 or 6 years old with her dad and Charlie. And while this looks like a sweet picture, as we learn more about the relationship, it's going to take on
up her butt.
Not up the butt, but you're not far off.
I forgot which one was the dummy.
You're not far off.
It kind of looks like that. Can I also point out that in this picture, it's weird to me. You know how like some kids don't look at all like what they look like when they're an adult? She looks exactly like herself, and her dad looks exactly like Jack Nicholson.
Oh, wow.
And they're all, the dummy, Charlie and her are the same size. So they probably were, he probably had them like dancing together and becoming like best friends. And
I too want to
forcing them to spend time together.
We are going to get into it. So save your predictions.
Okay, I'm just throwing out. I know you know how this ends. I don't.
Yeah.
But...
So what Kaylee said about the hand up the butt, let's put a pin in that one.
No.
So, all right.
Hopefully it's just a pin.
There's no sexual abuse. Let me just say that. But the fact that she's talking about where the hand is actually is kind of going to have a little place in this story. But you can see where his hand is. It's around her waist, but still.
Result of her father spending more time with his dummy than her. Upon his 1978 passing, Edgar left his dummy $10,000 and didn't leave a cent to Candice. She still has hard feelings about it.
Let's stop there. When he died, he left money to the dummy, but did not leave any money for Candice Bergen. Now, here's the weird part about that. If anyone has ever dealt with a relative that has passed away, there's a way that money gets passed on to heirs. Meaning, if I'm married, usually in a, this is the way it happens in a shared property state, is that if I die, everything I own immediately goes to my wife. And then if the wife dies, everything that she owns immediately goes to the children. That's typically how it goes, and people plan it that way. The weird part about that story is that he wrote a will that specifically skipped all of those steps and ensured that the dummy was going to get money as opposed to his children.
Well, I mean, what is the point of that? Let's point out that Candice Bergen probably doesn't need $10,000, but what is the dummy supposed to do with $10,000? That is,
let's put a pin in that.
It smacks of dementia to me. It's like, why are you giving money to an inanimate object? It makes no sense. It's weird to preserve it. Maybe. Yes,
that's exactly what it was. He had instructions written, and we are going to talk about the instructions, but it is weird that we can't really exactly say what he meant by his instructions, but it was in fact to preserve Charlie McCarthy, and what he wrote was to ensure that he can still perform.
You have to make sure that it is lacquered and stained in the groinal region twice a year.
This is reminding me that I need to update my will.
Yes, because you have dummies to leave money to.
No, the dumbest thing in my will is that I'm pretty sure that currently, if I died tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that my left leg is going to one of my ex-work co-workers.
That's weird.
Okay.
Yeah, so I should probably update my will is what I'm trying to say. That's dumber than this dummy thing.
Yeah. What am I getting? $10,000 or the right leg?
You're in the will. There's a distributee list. I can say that word for sure.
I get booger. I call booger.
Okay, you can have booger.
I'm proud of our chat for not asking where the breasts are going. I'm very proud of you, chat. Way to go.
Keep it classy, chat.
They haven't been claimed yet. We can still negotiations are going to be had. I think we might have one more super chat before we get into the maybe two more. Did we get to this one? I can't read that far.
Oh no.
Ironically, Candice Bergen was a very wooden actress from Select Woman Taft. $2.
Taft. Beautiful.
Tex. $5. The Great Gabbo is a movie from 1929 that The Simpsons based that ep on.
Yeah, it is. Also, Tex Hula recently sent me something, and we're talking about The Simpsons. Tex Hula recently sent me a movie called Meet the Applegates, and he sent it in all this like awesome packaging that has like Simpsons stickers all over it. And the friggin' post office is the goddamn worst because look at what they did here. Do you see that Simpsons sticker?
Oh, boo.
I would have saved that forever, but instead the post office hates me.
They're the
That's
worst.
Stupid.
Bastard.
I would like to point out that Dame Taft said that your breasts should go to the Smithsonian.
Oh, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me. Thank you.
on full display.
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah. Yeah. We're going crude with it. I would like them to be like on somebody else's body and swinging in circles like this.
Yeah. Boston Jeff wants to know who gets the Pootie Tang poster.
None of you. That goes to the grave with me.
She's getting buried with it.
I love that Pootie Tang poster. Actually, if you put that in my coffin, I would not be upset about it. Can you read this one
Dwyer
too?
Christian, $2. Can chat bid on Kaylee's intimate fashion?
Oh boy.
Intimate fashion? That sounds like something you'd see at a Target.
I think if I die, what we'll do is we'll just take it and we'll like at a live event at WATP or Hackamania or whenever I die, I think we can just throw it into the crowd and everybody gets what they. It'll be like a piñata.
The Kaylee Pinata. Yeah. Okay, somebody needs to make that. Full of candy and intimate apparel.
Don't smell too hard.
It's gonna look like that Carl Tanzler wife.
That's funny.
All right, I don't like it. All right, let's get back into it.
Edgar Bergen was a golden age legend. Edgar Bergen was born in the early 1900s and made a name on the vaudeville circuit as a young man thanks to his ventriloquist talents. During Hollywood's golden age, Edgar and his dummy became major talents on the screen. In 1939, they could be seen on cinema screens via a pair of feature films called You Can't Cheat an Honest Man and Charlie McCarthy, Detective. In 1941, they appeared alongside Lucille Ball in Look Who's Laughing. Later in the 40s, Edgar and his...
I just want to make it clear that these were world-famous celebrities, and I'm using them both by saying Edgar and Charlie. Edgar's act with Charlie had been in movies, shared the screen with Lucille Ball, was in a Disney movie. They could not be more famous. These were like the absolute height of the pinnacle of celebrity at the time. Maybe we'd say, like, I don't know, The Rock.
Brad Pitt in 1998.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a great one. Now imagine Brad Pitt is a ventriloquist and he has a dummy.
His abs are the dummy. Okay. Or his abs are the famous person and Brad Pitt's head is the dummy.
I just want to make that really clear. And that's what gave Candice her life in Beverly Hills. Grew up in Beverly Hills, raised in Beverly Hills. But it was weird. We're going to learn a little bit more about that. But I just really feel like all of that is very important to the story. Okay.
Cheat an Honest Man and Charlie McCarthy, Detective. In 1941, they appeared alongside Lucille Ball in Look Who's Laughing. Later in the 40s, Edgar and his dummy made an appearance in the Walt Disney feature film Fun and Fancy Free, which remains one of the most well-known films they appeared in. Edgar remained a successful performer up until his retirement at age 75.
Well, Charlie, are you having a good time? Well, whatever you say, it's up to you.
Edgar.
I just want to talk about for a quick second. Also, that sounded like the echo might be back.
Oh my God.
I'm going to just play a second to see if the echo
had many talents, but was most well known.
What?
The echo is back. If you want to try to send another one, I'll pay attention to that timestamp. I would like to point out that whenever you see like a ventriloquist and their mouth is still moving a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to say that that's not talented, but like, I don't know if I don't have all of the control in the world here. Let's just watch his mouth again.
But was most well known for his radio shows that aired between 19...
Oh God, I've ruined everything.
Yep. You can play it from there.
At age 75.
Well, Charlie, are you having a good time? Well, whatever you say, it's up to you.
Like, you can still totally see his lips moving. And again, I'm not trying to say that is not a talent. I'm just trying to say that I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
And that's
what's worse, though. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Luigi.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was going to say it's worse when the person doing it is slim and you can see the neck, like you can see their Adam's apple or whatever moving in their neck. So it's a dead giveaway that they're doing the voice. I've seen ventriloquists like that where
you're
perfectly obvious. Right?
Ventriloquists.
Yes. It's like whatever, being like a Chris Farley or John Belushi type of comedian. It's just better when they're fat.
Yeah, I don't know that I actually disagree with you on that. You might be right. Damn it.
I was going to say that there were some videos that I had seen that actually pointed out that he was not that great of a ventriloquist. It was just simply that people love Charlie McCarthy. But whatever.
Well, Otto and George wasn't very good either, but it's all in the writing and the delivery. You can get away with a lot more if it's funny.
I loved Otto and George so much.
The thing that I do like about Ventriloquist is that it is a wink and a nod. Like the entire point of this, nobody is getting fooled that a doll is talking. You know, the idea is that you're supposed to be cutesy and funny enough and maybe a little bawdy enough that something is interesting and exciting. And so I guess in that sense, it doesn't matter if the lips are moving. It just bothers me. I'm a picky bitch.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a sliding scale of impressiveness that comes along with it.
Yeah. How we doing, Luigi?
It's coming at you. I don't know what the hell that echo is, but I'm trying to clear it out. I'm really sorry about that. I did not hear that when I recorded it.
No worries. It happens sometimes.
No, I just cleared everything. But it's coming at you, I promise. All right. I guess
have either of you seen a ventriloquist actually perform live? Like, have you ever been in an audience?
I can't say that I have.
I have.
Have you?
I had a friend who was a ventriloquist for a little while, and she had like a really shit doll. Like it was like a Muppety doll, like a felt one.
Okay.
And she was so proud of it. And I do feel like the stereotype of the man becomes the doll is quite accurate because she was very obsessed with it. Like she would like bring it places and she would treat it like it was a human, not necessarily treat it like it was a human, but like it was its own entity.
Yeah. Has anybody ever seen
mentally that you have to do that?
Yeah. Could you see her lips moving when she would do it though?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever seen the Trailer Park Boys episode with Conky, Bubbles, and Conky? You aware of that?
I think I saw somebody post a picture of that on X when I was promoting this episode, but I've never actually seen that. No.
And Bubbles just got arrested for being a sex offender, so
yeah,
double creepy.
Oopsies.
Yeah. But there was also the Batman villain.
But did he do an interview where he was talking about kissing his sister?
Not yet.
Ugh. All right.
It's something that old men reserve for when they got one foot in the grave to reveal.
I'm aware.
All right, I just sent it. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on with the audio on this. Oh boy. All right.
They also had that the Batman, the Fox animated series that was so good. They had the villain that was the butler that basically was the best ventriloquist ever, and the dummy it was like it had a Tommy gun and was calling all the shots and was the mastermind of all the crimes, but the butler guy that was controlling the dummy was basically had a psychological disorder where
he could only communicate through the dummy, right?
Right. And if you separated him from the dummy, then I think that's how Batman beat him every time. But he was like so distinguishable from the dummy that it was two different personalities. And I don't know, it's just an interesting character. Batman's got all the best villains.
I do remember that. I remember that being really creepy at the time.
Yeah, they got some dark episodes in it. That's why that show is so good. But
what was I going to say? Oh, do you guys remember the lady that Ray DeVito had on that was the strange ventriloquist?
Oh yeah.
I do.
I don't remember her name, but was it April? Was that her name? April? Something?
She might have also been in April. You might be right about that. I don't remember now.
I think so.
But God, she was so much has happened since then. Doesn't that feel like a lifetime ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was what, maybe a year and a half?
Maybe. It was maybe. But she was weird. I'm sorry. I feel like that was just kind of a real understatement. That was really out there.
All right. I think we have got this. Let me try it right here.
Oh, Reverend Hammerhead is saying April Bruckner in the chat.
Bruckner.
Ventriloquists are weird.
Shmuel Buckman in the chat.
All right. Let's
Keanu Buckman.
Oh,
if anyone saw my episode on Husey with Shmuel, we kept asking Shmuel to do his impression of Keanu, and he does a great impression.
All right, okay. Was he just reading everybody's text messages off of his phone?
He was showing his butthole. We kept asking him to stop.
You guys are both so much funnier than me. I was gonna say he was saying bink, 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 bink.
I kept asking him to. That was the one thing he wouldn't do, was say the bing, bing, bing thing.
Bing, bing. All right. Anyway, let's try this out. We have good luck now, I feel like. I just removed it from the stage.
Edgar had many talents, but was most well known for his radio shows that aired between 1937 and 1956, in which he performed his ventriloquist act on the radio. While a ventriloquist act on the radio might seem odd today, that was what made Edgar a household name. Today, Edgar Bergen
is so fucking lame. That's the lamest thing that I've ever heard.
It really is, right? But it's
shit, that's so fucking lame.
But it's crazy that like it somehow worked. And like honestly, why do you even need to show up with the dummy if you're doing it on the radio? But whatever.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It could just be two different people.
Yeah, really.
Be the best ventriloquist in the whole fucking world. Andy, it's you and me on the radio. We're doing it, baby. Let's go.
Guys, Luigi's not even a real person. It's just me doing it. I don't know.
That's right.
I just ruined the secret, but I'm Luigi Greenberg.
Oh my god.
All right, don't move your lips, Andy. Hi, I'm Andy.
I feel like you have to be more forward facing.
Oh, right.
Not gay enough.
Okay.
Of modern-day ventriloquism. It has even been described by the UNIMA. That is the Union Internationale de la Marionnette, which translated is
Did you
the
know
international...
that there is a federation called the Union Internationale de la Marionnette out of France, which is the worldwide puppetry association. They consider Edgar Bergen to be an icon.
Yeah.
I actually think that I do know that. Do you know why I know that, though?
Please tell me.
King Diamond released an album called The Puppet Master in 2004, 2003, someplace around them. And when he released that album, he released also a DVD with the album. And at the time, it was relatively rare to be doing that. And he told the story of the Puppet Master, which was this story that he had created. But I'm 99% positive that he talks about this. I already forgot the name of it in that.
It's a fancy way of talking about playing with your dolls.
Yeah. King Diamond also talked about a very fancy way of playing with your dolls. It was quite impressive, actually.
And his grandma. Okay.
Yeah.
Puppetry Association as the quintessential ventriloquist of the 20th century. But even more famous than Edgar Bergen was the dummy that eventually became the most prominent part of Edgar's act. That dummy's name was Charlie McCarthy. Charlie played the part of a wisecracking, womanizing sidekick. Charlie McCarthy donned a black tuxedo, black top hat, and a monocle, an image that has since become iconic and even become the default wardrobe for anyone buying their first ventriloquist dummy. Edgar and Charlie were a famous celebrity duo. They were even once jokingly credited as having...
They look almost like Siamese twins there.
That's a very weird picture. And they also kind of look like they're about to kiss.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Saved the world because on the night of October 30th, 1938, when Orson Welles performed the infamous War of the Worlds radio play, which panicked so many listeners into believing that the world was being invaded by extraterrestrials, most of the American public had instead been listening to Edgar and Charlie and never heard Welles's play. Edgar and Charlie.
I just want to emphasize that real quick, is that jokingly people said that they saved the world because he had such a huge audience that less people were listening to the Orson Welles play that caused panic, as we all know that story. But anyway, I'm just pointing out, this is all to just set up how huge of a star he was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond radio into movies and even comics. Edgar was an eccentric man and was known to treat Charlie like a living, breathing human being. Edgar Bergen even raised his daughter Candice to believe that Charlie was Candice's older and more deserving brother. Here are a few interesting facts about the Bergens and Charlie McCarthy.
So now we're going to get into the weird stuff. So this is all just a little bit of letting us know what Candice's childhood was like.
I can't wait to play compare and contrast. It's going to be great.
In an interview with Vanity Fair magazine in 2000,
I really, this is where I was saying, like, I put pictures in here that I think are just going to be conversation starters. That is little Candice as a baby, and her father insisted on taking a picture of Charlie looking over her. What is that? A crib? Whatever you call that. I don't know.
A bassinet.
Okay.
Why do Andy and I both know that word? Neither of us have kids.
I don't know.
Andy, you're fucking gay, dude. I just want to point out, it's okay for me to know the word bassinet. It is not okay for you to know that.
I was going to say her baby bedroom. I didn't know what the real word was.
I sleep in one of those. I have a man-sized one.
Mine's a race car.
In a race car bed.
Yeah.
I hate this picture.
It's creepy,
horrifying.
Right?
But
it's amazing.
On the other hand, I do feel like staged pictures. So again, you said she was born in 1946, right?
Yes.
So stage pictures around this time period were not super uncommon. And in the same way, so I just mentioned neither Trucker Andy nor I have kids. Andy, if you had a kid, and I'll answer this question, I assume the same way that you will. We both have cats.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take 10,000 fucking pictures of my cat with that baby. I'm going to be holding the cat near the baby. I'm going to be like, look at the cat. It's so much cuter than the damn baby. Like, that's all I'm going to be doing. I think that that's effectively what's happening here. Just instead of a cat, it's a doll.
I can't believe you brought that up, because that is a very specific thing that she talks about, but it does kind of conflict with other parts of her story, where she says that her father was never one to pass up a publicity photo. You are absolutely right, and she specifically says that. But what's crazy is that it's hard to reconcile that concept that he wouldn't pass them up, these pictures, and then what she tells as the backstory. So even though she does say, hey, my dad was always one who wanted attention in these publicity photos, he also very, very directly and in reality raised me to believe that this was a human person. And so that's what gets weird about it. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's probably a bit of column A and column B, where this is a publicity photo for Edgar to put Charlie out there as like meeting the baby, but it's also to get Candice familiarized with Charlie. He's trying to normalize Charlie in Candice's eyes from this early of an age.
But it's just,
does that make sense or no?
I guess so, but still very weird. Like, why?
Definitely weird, but it's just like, hey, baby, this thing is going to be around for your entire life. Get used to it.
Maybe. Yeah, okay, well then we're going to get, you're not wrong, but we're going to get a little bit deeper into what he was basically telling her and convincing her of. And that's where it gets even super weird. So
you're going to marry this doll.
Yeah, what's the dummy whispering into the baby's ear right now?
I'm going to kill you.
Well, sleep well, little baby.
They love me more.
Yeah.
I'll be here all night watching you sleep.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
16. Candice stated that her father was a very quiet and reserved man.
Again,
however, when he would interact with...
It seems unnecessary. Now, she's obviously not going to be like, traumatized by this yet. She's way too young, but let's keep going.
Charlie McCarthy, his personality would become
this is the
outlandish.
That that we just passed is the one that I find to be the most bizarre, the most insane. again, publicity photos. But now this child has memories. This is a child old enough to ask questions and look around and see things and wonder about her life. And we're posing her with a picture with this, in addition to telling her this is your brother.
When I was a kid, all I wanted was an American Girl doll that had matching clothes to me. So I'm just saying that at this age, she's into that.
If I walked in my house and I saw that, I would burn the house down.
No kidding.
Respectable, yes.
Exactly. Someone here just said it in the chat, nightmare fuel. And I can't think of any better description. That is nightmare fuel. And I also am just so sympathetic to this child who's being forced to have to live this life. And again, we're going to get into really more detail about it, but that is a scary photo, and you're subjecting this kid to this scary photo. Now I get it's probably not scary for her because she sees Charlie every day, but it's still odd, right?
Not only did Candice come to view Charlie as somewhat of a sibling, but she also understandably grew jealous of him. For whatever reason, Edgar always preferred his dummy to his flesh and blood daughter. Candice has recalled memories of sitting on her father's lap during breakfast. In the memoir, when Candice was just a little girl, she used to sit with her dad at breakfast. But here's the twist. Charlie would be there too. Candice would be on one knee and Charlie would be on the other. Edgar even taught Candice how to be like a dummy herself. He'd give her a little tug, and she'd move her mouth like she was talking.
All right, stop that. So what we were saying earlier about you saying his hand was up her butthole, that's not true, but what he was doing was convincing her to act like a puppet. Yeah. And at this point, she's an impressionable human being, and she says that she has memories of eating breakfast with her father and Charlie, and I actually know a little bit more about it, in which she said that her father would not speak to her directly. He would only speak to her through Charlie, and would say stuff like, drink your juice, eat your cereal, stuff like that.
It's gone on to be a legitimate therapy tool, hasn't it?
Yes. And this, I assume, as a kid, she's like, why can't I just speak to my father? Why can't I just have a conversation with my dad? But then he takes it even a step further into weirdness and grossness, where he has her sit on his lap and he plays competing or dueling ventriloquist dummies, where he would talk through Charlie and then poke her neck so that she would drop her mouth and he would fill in words for her.
Oh, it's cute.
I want to play devil's advocate here a little bit here.
Yeah.
I just want to play a little devil's advocate. Number one, I think that anybody who blames their childhood trauma into their 70s is stupid. We all have childhood trauma. Some of us have it worse than others.
Agreed.
I'm not fuck that, first of all. But in addition to that, if I was a kid and everybody's going to think I have so many goddamn daddy issues after I say this. If I was a kid and I was getting enough attention from my father that he was like, let's play a game together, I would have been ecstatic. Oh my God, that would have been the best day of my goddamn life. So the worst thing that happened is she had to pretend she was a dummy in order to get love. That's my happiest day.
Yeah, I don't think that. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I see what you're saying. But imagine there still being this layer of not being able to speak to your father directly, having to go through the medium of a ventriloquist dummy.
Yes.
I didn't speak to my father directly. We spoke through Simpsons quotes, God damn it.
All right, you got me there.
I do like the part where she's like, he would say that he liked the dummy more than me. Well, yeah. Because the dummy never gives me back sass and tells me that it's going to bring a black guy home to Thanksgiving. So, yeah, sometimes I like the dummy more than you.
Andy, stay tuned. This is going to get even more weird.
Piece of wood for her dad's attention. She was sitting on one of her father's knees while Charlie was on the other. Edgar taught Candice the parlor trick of acting as his ventriloquist dummy. When Edgar would likely tug on the back of her neck as he would a dummy, she would perform the appropriate action of opening and closing her mouth. Using this method, Edgar would force Candice and Charlie to make conversation at the breakfast table. In actuality, Edgar was the only person making any noise. Edgar seems to have been perfectly fine spending time with his daughter when she was young enough for him to control, but grew more and more tired of her as she grew into an adult woman with her own agency.
That's the weird thing, is that she then realizes that whatever minimal relationship she has with her father begins to fade as she begins to develop her own personality. Right. So while these moments that she would have with her father are like what you said. She enjoyed them. She was like playing the game. She thought these were times that she could spend with her father.
We like attention.
Exactly.
That's just the thing about women. Good God.
But it's the hindsight in which she's describing this as, yeah, that was weird, but I enjoyed it. But then as I started to develop a personality, my father found no use for me.
Yeah, mine too. Jesus Christ. The Wired Christian is asking a really good question. Where is mom in all of this?
Mom's alive and thinks that this is all normal.
Mom knows where her bread is buttered.
Mom is brainwashed.
Yeah.
She's like, Charlie paid for this house, Candice. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And
Dad uses me like a puppet too. Everything's good.
You're not having to do nearly the weird shit I have to do.
Yeah, I don't want to read the mom's memoirs about Charlie in the bedroom with her.
Oh God. So
oh my God, that puppet was giving mom head. And I'm having an existential crisis about that, so I'm going to play the clip package again.
Candice grew older. Things didn't really get better. As Edgar grew tired of his daughter, his dummy remained by his side to keep him company. Candice went on to further say that she was in several publicity photos that were taken to show the Bergen family, and that Charlie was always in the photos and was always depicted as a member of the family. She also said that she was frequently referred to as Charlie's sister and always felt like she had to compete with the dummy. And as a result, Candice said that her relationship with her father was not the best, because it seemed as if Charlie was more important to her father than she was.
I feel like that picture is so important also because
I feel like picture?
Yeah, where it's really her demonstrating, I want to kill this fucking doll. I'm so tired of this fucking doll that has been a part of my life. I want it out of my life. So
I'm glad that they gave Charlie a bit of a facelift. The earlier day Charlie is far more creepy. Like, how did people not know back then that Easter Bunny costumes and ventriloquist dummies did not need to be as terrifying as they are in photos that I've seen today?
So here's before we press play, this is one things I wanted to really highlight, which is we can all say that they were goofing around and there were publicity photos and, maybe it was all in good fun. But Charlie in this Beverly Hills mansion had a bedroom. And it was bigger than Candice's. They really took this a step further, at some point letting Candice know that she's the lowest person on the totem pole, even below this piece of wood. And that is where... Or okay.
Wanted the smaller bedroom. I did that at one point when I was a girl. Really? I'm just saying, I don't think this is that bad.
No, she complains about it. She's saying, I grew up where this...
She complains about it because she's a whiny bitch.
All right. I can't argue with that.
Smaller room is
even I'm
clean.
Jealous of the dummy. God damn it.
It is so weird.
Maybe I'm jealous of Candice. That might be the problem.
Oh, yeah.
The Bergens lived in a mansion in Beverly Hills, California. Charlie had his own bedroom in the house, which was next to Candice's bedroom, but Charlie's bedroom was bigger than Candice's. Things like this would make Candice jealous, but she claims that she grew to appreciate Charlie and to love him as something special that her father created, especially since it brought so much joy to so many people.
came to grips with it. That's what she claims. We don't know if that's true or not, but she claims that she accepted it and that she was just never going to win her father's approval beyond Charlie.
Candice claims that she spent her whole life seeking her father's approval, but sadly, she was forced to accept that she was never able to achieve it. Edgar passed away in September of 1978. In his will, he left $10,000 to Charlie, as well as funds to ensure that Charlie would be adequately maintained in order to continue performing. However, he left nothing to Candice. Despite the challenges of her very bizarre upbringing, Candice went on to make a name for herself and has had an amazing career. And Charlie McCarthy has since been put on display in the Smithsonian.
Like Kaylee's tits.
Yay! We're going to be comrades. Contemporaries, even.
In September of 19...
This isn't a very weird story, except for the fact that your dad was a famous ventriloquist. I think most people...
It's a very weird story.
Oh, I'm saying, but longing for your father's approval is normal. I think that's a common story.
Well, while I do agree, it is a common story. How many of us had to compete with a piece of wood that we were told was our brother?
How about a guy that looks just like you that is your brother?
Damn twins.
You got me.
This is hitting too close to home for Andy.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm salty because I'm a woman, and Andy's salty because he's a twin.
Wow. I never even considered that, Andy. What? You know what? That really blows my mind now.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been made to box your sibling?
Well, yeah, I have, actually. My sister.
All right, that's worse. Yeah.
But wow. Okay. I never thought that's real. You're really blowing my mind here.
Are you saying that Joe Sixpack is wooden?
He grew up with a sock for a brother.
Yeah. It's not even all that. It's just like my dad grew up as like an all-star athlete, and I'm sure that he wanted his son to be as much into fishing and sports as he was, and instead he got instead of one big super son, he got two little dork sons.
He got two sons that didn't like doing the things that he liked to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's funny.
Can somebody read that?
Rumpled Trench Coat, a Columbo podcast, $2. Am I seeing double 4 Andys?
4 Andys? That's a great Simpsons reference.
Wow. You know, Andy, you really blew my mind with that, because I feel like so many of us all have some sort of aspect to our childhood that we can all relate to or you know, sympathize with. I don't know anything about what it's like growing up with a twin. Like that one is so beyond my reality, and you have a very unique perspective on life growing up with a twin.
It is unique.
Yeah.
And it's unique to where I was just talking about one of the mutual friend of ours was talking about the fact that he's also a twin, and the way that twins relate to each other.
I want to preface this story before you say this. I'm sorry, Andy. I got to listen to Andy talk to another twin, and Andy and the other twin had not talked a whole bunch about twinning before, and listening to them share experiences about what their twin experience was really cool.
Yeah. But some twins get along like best friends, like Joe and I. Some twins don't get along at all, and some twins get along, but in a competitive way. And it's just it's unique to, you know, across the board to each set of twins for sure. But it's very, I don't know.
Man, that is.
I mean, I don't feel like I got shortchanged. I'm like painting a picture like my dad felt like he did when I don't know that for sure, except that he was always trying to get us to play football and go fishing, and we never wanted to. So.
It's okay. I too am a disappointment. I understand.
That's crazy. Yeah. So you really can relate to this story a lot, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. I never even considered that. You want to hear a really creepy story? I worked with a guy. It's funny. No, I worked with twins, and one of them got cancer and died, but the other twin didn't. And he said that was like a looming fear in his life, that he was supposed to die at the same time as his brother. And he never did. I mean, he's still alive. But when his brother got cancer and died, he felt this weird connection to say, why don't I have cancer also? And why am I not dying? And I remember just him telling me that. And I was like, God, that's really existential and dark, but I get it. Like, that's a weird thing. Yeah.
It's been interesting to grow up and, get married and start to like divert and live separate lives after spending almost every day of the first 16 plus years together. And then he went to college. I'm talking about Joe, of course. And that was the first time we had ever spent like an extended amount of time apart from each other. And it was so weird. And to your story, that's top 3 like worst nightmare things that I can think of is him being gone and me not knowing what to do with myself. And sometimes I'll wonder, you got to wonder if he got it and we were so similar, how long is it going to be till like I would feel like I was on borrowed time.
Exactly. That's exactly what his belief was that if we do everything together and everything about us is alike, how can we deviate this way in such a way and me not also be a victim to it?
And that's something, didn't Elvis Presley have like a in utero twin that didn't survive? And he would refer to him all the time by name. Like it was something that he was haunted by, that his brother didn't survive. And then he went on to have this charmed life.
That sounds somewhat familiar.
Also a very similar story to what Noah is bringing up in Dead Ringers, and also just the 2 very famous performing German twins, both just passed away by suicide, presumably because they could not live without each other. So when this dummy dies, Andy, you would say you're also gone.
Joe, you mean?
Oh. I was getting back into the ventriloquism, but obviously I did a great job of that.
That's really
sorry to
funny.
Make it all about. Sorry to make it all about me.
No, but
I think
it is
you're
interesting.
Exactly correct.
Yeah, and that's something I never considered.
This is exactly the shadow that exists in the universe.
The 8th, he announced that he was.
Someone in chat just said a twin like Quado. I don't know how we arrived at that, but whatever.
As long as Kaylee's got 3 boobs in this scenario, that's fine.
Yeah. They're going like this now. It's even crazier.
Retiring after over 50 years in show business, he opened at Caesars Palace Hotel, Las Vegas on September 27th for a 2-week farewell to show.
I want to actually give a shout out to Andy talking about, was it you that talked about Total Recall, and that I swear it was you that said that as a kid you watched Total Recall to try to identify which one was the fake boob.
I can't take credit for that.
I love whoever said that.
I thought it was when you were talking about Total Recall, I thought it was on the Running Man episode. Someone brought this up.
With Doug.
It was somebody who said that as a kid they would watch Total Recall and try to identify which of the 3 boobed women, which of the 3 boobs was the fake boob. And that
spoiler alert, dork, they're all fake.
And then later in life, learning and being disappointed that they were all fake. And what's so sad is I could relate to that so much because I tried to identify the fake one too when I was a kid.
Nothing more disappointing than fake boobs.
Nope, sorry. They were all fake. All three of them were fake.
Oh my God, that's really great. All right, okay.
No business engagement. He died 3 days later on September 30th, 1978.
We were all in Las Vegas for his farewell appearance, for the opening night, and he looked great. And he just went through the act. He's never been better, and there was not one false step. And at the end, he got a standing ovation, and he got standing ovations for, I think it was the third or fourth night of the engagement.
You know, she kind of talks like a ventriloquist dummy. Like she has like a very like rectangular mouth movement. Maybe it was the pull-in.
I kind of see what you're saying, but I want to make sure we caught that was that he retires from show business. Like he basically says, I'm done. I'm not doing anything, but he does a farewell tour and performs in Las Vegas and does it for 3 nights. And it was apparently planned to be 3 nights. And on the 3rd night, he does his act and falls asleep and never wakes up on the last night of his farewell act.
Of the booking.
Did you say something, Andy? Sorry.
I just said that's crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, die doing what you love, I guess.
That he died, and he died in his sleep.
According to Candice, she spent the majority of her early life trying to get her father's approval. She never got it and came to terms with this after his death. When her father passed away, Candice wasn't sure how to feel. On the one hand, she was understandably upset at the loss of a parent, but there was also the guilt-inducing feeling of relief that came from knowing she'd never have to compete for attention with Charlie McCarthy again. Once Candice came to terms with the fact that her father left money to his dummy, but not to her, the actress was able to move on and finally make a name for herself in Hollywood outside her father's shadow. And Candice has had no trouble supporting herself over the course of her life.
Is it possible that the reason that he left money to the dummy and not to her because he didn't update the will after she was born?
What do you mean? Like
before she was born, they wrote the will and they didn't have a daughter, so they just wrote it out to Charlie. And then she was born and they didn't change it.
I don't know. It's never been told that way. It's been told as if it was a very intentional act.
Yeah, because she's being the victim at 70 years old about a childhood trauma. I'm salty still. Sorry. I just think that that's interesting. I mean, that doesn't seem likely to me. I think that most people after they have kids, when the kid turns like 10-ish years old, they usually rewrite the will at the latest. A lot of the time it's much earlier than that. I think it's a possibility that the narrative of this could be shifted to dad just had a really serious passion and everything was great.
But I think that would lend itself to say that he didn't care enough about her. Like it would kind of reinforce her point to some extent.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it does seem like he was more interested in Charlie and the success of his career than his own daughter, but it doesn't seem like they didn't get along.
She claims they didn't, or I'm sorry, maybe it's not that harsh, but she says that she didn't have a relationship with him. She claims that she was brought up to simply be an afterthought in the shadow of Charlie. And again, I'm willing to admit that maybe there's a little bit of exaggeration and maybe there is some storytelling. Well, some storytelling.
Is this her in this photo?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
Because this was from a Disney movie.
Yeah, okay. Because I think that I'm just trying to gauge how, because she's definitely included. If it was maybe a matter of the dad
If he was making her lay on the floor while they had breakfast at the breakfast table together, that would be a different thing.
Yeah, if he was like
you stay down there,
her,
bitch.
Yeah. Get out of here. This is my Charlie time. And he was excluding her. That would be more traumatizing, as opposed to this, where it's just like we're gonna do this bit with Charlie, and you can be a part of it, and he's including her. So it doesn't seem like. I'm not saying it's not weird. But it's definitely like vaudeville performative, and he's including her in it. And I don't think it's that weird. I think she's making it seem worse than it was.
Yeah, but she also claims that was the height or the extent of their relationship. Was she was a prop. She was a prop in order to, bring more attention to Charlie. She was told, Charlie's your brother. He's older than you. He gets the bigger room. And again, I do want to, yeah. And then there's the publicity photos that I get that they are publicity photos. I get it, but they are still very, very disturbing and creepy. And I feel like that's still traumatic to confuse a little child that way, and so to have sympathy for her, I'm not suggesting that. I'm not saying that we have to feel sorry for her. She grew up in Beverly Hills. I'm pretty sure she never had to want for anything in her life, but I do feel sorry that to some extent that she was brought up to be so confused as a child and have to actually deal with that herself. And again, we've all had our own childhood traumas. Yeah, I get it, but it is odd.
I think that it's lovely that you have such a sympathetic mind for this. I wish that I could only be as caring as what you're exemplifying. But I will say this, the most important thing I think is that I was a little bit sad that we weren't going to be doing like a Thanksgiving-y episode this week, since it is American Thanksgiving, as I said earlier. I feel like this is the best Thanksgiving episode now, because this is about all of the trauma that we are all about to go home and experience with our families, right? Or is that just me? God damn it.
I didn't think about that.
I got to be honest with you. My dad would absolutely be a ventriloquist. So if I came home and he had a dummy, I would not be surprised, even in the slightest.
That'd be so funny. You show up to Thanksgiving and your dad's got a sock on his hand.
This is legitimately something I cannot explain to you enough about how bizarre my father is, that this is 100% a possibility for me on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then I get cut out of the will because of the fucking dummy.
Yeah.
Like,
he just hasn't practiced enough to get good at it.
Somebody actually pointed something out in the chat I didn't remember, which was that at Christmas time, Charlie got presents too. And there are some accounts that maybe got more than Candice. I don't know if I believe all of that, but
I didn't even get Christmas presents. I was goddamn Jewish. Fuck this bitch. My life was way harder than hers. God damn it.
I chose the wrong topic.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love it. I know I'm making fun, but I love it.
Kidding.
I literally love it. I love it.
Next Edge Files, Kaylee's autobiography.
Next episode is called Fuck You, Candice Bergen.
My life was worse, bitch. That's my new rap album. It's going to be great. I'm going to stop saying words now. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, wait,
thanks to her own
Rumple
popularity.
Trenchcoat just gave us a super chat. I like it. Hold on. It says, I might be a little... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I might be a little messed up if my parents insisted a chair was my older brother. Thanks for the $5, Rumple Trenchcoat.
Thank you.
After being ushered into showbiz at the behest of her father at a young age, Candice became a professional model during young adulthood and eventually an actress in her own right. Edgar Bergen's will contained a heartfelt explanation for why he chose to leave.
I'm sorry. I need to fixate on my Judaism for one sec. I'm going to trauma dump on all of you right now because we are approaching the holiday season, which means that it is almost Hanukkah. And as a Jew growing up in a largely Christian community, all of my friends got to celebrate Christmas and they would get the newest, hottest toys. Everybody had whatever Nintendo and whatever video gaming system and all of these things. And everybody was like, oh man, Hanukkah, you get 8 days of presents. That rules. You must be getting so many amazing presents. You're getting a PlayStation every day. You're getting a this, you're getting a that. My parents were fucking Jewish. I got an 8-pack of white socks and they gave me 1 pair of fucking night. And I just want to trauma dump that right goddamn now. That is a real story. That is not even fake. God damn it.
Whack.
You know what?
That's worse. That's worse than a ventriloquist dummy. God damn it.
You just gave me an idea. We should have a holiday themed show about being Jewish during the holidays. Like it's called
You Don't
Know Trauma with Kaylee.
Yeah. Or we could definitely do an episode about, misfire holiday celebrations or like bad Christmases. That would be a good one.
I would still like to do. We talked about possibly live streaming a Passover Seder last year when we were at Dabble House. I would love to live stream a Passover Seder and have a Passover Seder with everybody and torture everybody with the worst holiday of all time. I think it would be really fun if we could all sit down and break bread together.
We should do that. Like literally, like I know the prayers. Baruch atah Adonai. And I'll do them. Melachala. Yeah, I'll do them, and I will dress like a rabbi.
Oh, we just lost Andy.
What happened?
Andy got afraid. Oh, he's back.
Oh.
He's Jewish. Oh no. All right,
I was cursed.
I needed to trauma dump that.
I'll
sorry.
dip the bread. We'll leave the 1 chair empty.
I am so goddamn fucking salty about that 8-pack of white socks. You have no fucking idea. Do you know that every year my mother still gives me a pair of socks because she thinks that it's cute? I used to literally open up the socks thinking that there might be jewels inside. Like I would be like, maybe the Jew gold is in here. No, it fucking isn't, you stupid child.
And you're talking like plain, like Hanes socks.
Yes, white socks. White fucking tube socks that I didn't even wear because it was only cool to wear ankle socks back then. Fucking Jews.
Oh, man.
Fucking cheap-ass Jews. All right, we're going back to Candice.
Leave a sum of money to his dummy. But the will didn't contain any stipulation that explained how exactly the inanimate object that was Charlie McCarthy was meant to claim its inheritance. Because of this, whatever actually happened to the $10,000 remains a bit of a mystery.
Ladies and gentlemen, that charming young lady in Edgar's act was his 18-year-old daughter, Candy.
Isn't she beautiful?
Well, thank you, Charlie.
Just my luck. She has to be my sister.
And there you have it, folks. The not impressive story of Candice Bergen, who grew up with far less trauma than Kaylee and Andy. And she should be very grateful for her upbringing and not being Jewish.
Yeah. You ungrateful rich bitch. What was up with that guy's flesh-colored beard? The host of that show at the end in that last clip.
I didn't see that.
Very bizarre.
Oh God! Wait, no.
No, you had it. Back it up.
Hang on.
Look at that guy's chin.
Oh, it must have been white.
He looks like the devil.
Yeah, he does.
That's like the stereotypical devil.
Is it a blonde beard or is it a fake chin? Or is it a deformed chin? He probably got some kind of like...
He's his own ventriloquist
dummy. Did he get socks for Hanukkah also? Jesus fucking Christ.
Probably got syphilis or something.
It's true. I never got syphilis for Christmas, so that's...
Yeah, be grateful. You're such an ungrateful Jew.
Ungrateful fucking Jew.
Don't be a Candice Bergen and just bitch.
Luigi, that was an awesome story. I know that both Andy and I shit all over it, but that is a great fucking story. It's great.
Yeah, sure.
I had to
I'll just sing my Jewish hymns over here.
Everything.
Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam.
You knew that we were gonna talk about it. You just didn't know what we were gonna say.
You're right. I did not expect it going that way. I'm rarely surprised but I am a little kind of surprised with myself, honestly, that I had not made that connection about the twin thing.
Yeah.
I feel a little I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in myself for not seeing that. And when you said it, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Yes.
Yeah.
I will say that was a growing up, connection, Andy. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Did you know any twins growing up, Luigi?
No, I guess I didn't. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, in high school, I graduated with twins, but I only knew them for like 1 year out of high school. And they were fraternal twins. And so it was not, I don't know. I never even considered them to even be related because they were, not only were they like different looking, they had very differerent personalities. It was really
twins
odd.
Like that. I knew, I had a friend like that who she had a twin brother and they couldn't be, they wanted nothing to do with each other.
They got along, but it was just very different personalities. I never considered them twins. I kind of had to be reminded. Oh yeah, they live together and they're in the same grade. But it's funny, yeah. Like there's, I don't. It's funny. I'm sitting here thinking about it. I don't really know that I've known too many twins in my lifetime. Yeah, interesting.
Well, you do now. The worst two.
Yes.
You
and the sock.
Yeah, we gotta get Jerk Sock back on a stream.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but yes.
I love Jerk Sock.
You do need to get Jerk Sock back on a stream. I'm pro Jerk Sock.
So am I. Wink, wink. Anyway,
your new ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
I'll give you everything in my will.
Gross.
I could do 5 puppets, is what I'm saying. Yes.
I don't like it.
Anybody remember puppetry of the penis? Does anybody remember that?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. All I remember is the baby bird. That's the only one I remember.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I just remembering wishing it would go away. That's what I remember about it. Why is that a thing? Well, great job, Luigi. Honestly, I mean, I know you think that was maybe more tame, but I mean, I did a tame one last week, and we had a lot of fun with this. I think. Yeah.
I had kind of a list of ones I wanted to go through, and I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood to get too heavy. And the other one that I was going to do had kids dying and murder and all kinds of crazy shit. And maybe I'll do that next time.
I'm glad that coming up to a holiday, we got to enjoy something that was like fun and family issues. Because again, I feel like so many people go into Thanksgiving dreading it a little bit, but we all come out of it with funny stories. And that's kind of what this was. I mean, obviously there's trauma involved in Candice's story, but we all have that a little bit. And in addition to that, we can all kind of look back and laugh and say, what's the ventriloquist dummy of our childhoods? What replaced me? What was the thing that my parents cared more about than me? And maybe that's a good thing to ask about, and maybe it isn't. Yeah. That still replaces me. Fuck.
I'm looking at the calendar here for Kaylee's episode. I think we decided on the 8th.
Yes, we sure did.
Do you have any inkling of what you might want? I was thinking
about talking about the
you did.
Intentionally inflated prices of video games that comes from like auction houses like Sotheby's. But I'm going to be honest, Luigi has inspired me, and I might completely change that up. So you guys are going to have to tune in to find out what we're going to be talking about on December 8th, which is crazy because we're going to see you in December. It's almost December.
I know.
The fact that you saying that I I am influencing you almost makes me scared. I'm like, oh shit, what did I say? What did I do?
Well, I think when we do these episodes, though, it sparks ideas. That's why I ended up doing the color war bean thing after Kaylee did the art heist thing. It reminded me of that other story. So I'm not surprised.
I just looked it up. Hanukkah is actually, it starts on, I think, the 14th. I didn't look it up that closely, but just about the week after we're doing our next episode. So maybe we'll do something Hanukkah themed and you guys can hear me trauma dump for an entire episode about Judaism.
Yes.
Everybody liked that, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Everybody loves when Jews control the media. People love it.
Oh, you guys don't think that we're allowed to complain about things? Listen, that's part of my heritage. Shut the fuck up.
A waiter walks up to a table full of Jewish women and says, "Is anything all right?"
No.
That's good.
John Lovitz, everyone.
Yeah, so we will be back on December 8th. Again, Luigi, amazing job with this one. Luigi, why don't you start us off with a whole bunch of plugs about where people can find you and all of that good jazz?
Thank you. You can find me at the next Seder dinner, dipping bread into vinegar and telling everyone about how we have suffered.
Into salt water.
And I'm telling everyone you can't eat yet.
When
everyone
do we
shut
eat?
up. No, Luigi Greenberg on YouTube. Skeptical Robot Fridays. We are not going to have a live episode this Friday since it's the day after Thanksgiving. We're going to be making a members only episode public, which was us watching a Canucksploitation film called Blue Monkey. Andy joined us. We had a couple other people, and it is an absurd. How would you describe the movie, Andy?
A complete waste of my time.
That's an accurate description.
Yeah,
they're
it's
neither
probably like Alien meets
the Thing.
Yeah,
tries to.
Yeah, meets,
and it has Dean Wormer. Yeah, there's Dean Wormer from Animal House. It's the most bizarre, ridiculous movie. Yeah. But it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. And also check me out on Hack Right Studios Tuesdays and Wednesdays, doing Unboxing Riley Martin, Unboxing Bigfoot it is, and Unboxing Eric.
Yay. And Trucker Andy, what about you?
I am starting to do the All Apologies episodes live on Sundays. I might switch it to Tuesday, but for now we just did Johnny Depp, and we talked about a lot of his... so the Viper Room and River Phoenix's downfall at the Viper Room, but also Johnny Depp's terrible music career and his apology to Australia for bringing Amber Heard's dogs over there without declaring them.
They got a booting.
Yes. So it's a very fun story, and we've started going back to a lot of our great ideas that we had from episode 1, where that inspired us to do the show, but they were audio only. So we're revisiting some of those better ideas, like John Cena's fully Mandarin apology for Fast and the Furious, and Michael Richards, like these super, like the first thing you would think of when you think of apology tours that we covered immediately that were audio only. So I would beg everybody to go subscribe to our channel. We're like 5 subs away from monetizing the channel. So if you're listening to this,
accounts, go over there.
Yeah, if anybody's listening to this and you want to do me a solid, please go subscribe to All Apologies podcast on YouTube. Thank you.
That's great, Andy. Good for you. You know what? I do have a sock account that I have not subscribed to you with. It's actually Pizza Goldstein.
Okay. Yeah. Kaylee, what do you have going on?
I want to eat it.
It's kosher pizza.
I don't want to eat it. What do I have going on? You can always check me out on my channel, Once Over with Kaylee, Cayley, where I do mostly movie reviews, but a little bit of everything, a little bit of Dabbleverse talk. I am coming out very soon with a series about the early internet days. I'm going to be talking about things like Usenet, how a chocolate chip cookie formed the internet, things like the first ever trolling on the internet, the first ever spamming on the internet, all of that sort of good stuff. Crazy early internet users who wanted to blow up the moon. We're going to be going over all of those exciting things. So we just give the once over to things. And you can check out, I think both Andy and I guess Andy, you and I haven't actually had this conversation, but Andy and I will both be at Hackamania, ?
I hope so.
Yes. Okay. Andy and I will both
haven't been formally invited.
Way to sell it.
I'm saying that Andy and I will both be at Hackamania, and that you can go find tickets. That's going to be April 10th through the 12th with Who Are These Podcasts? Andy and I will be there. And that will be hackamania.com. You can also use promo code Kaylee, CAYLEY, for 10% off. Yay.
Thank you. I see Balios in the chat. Thank you, boss.
Yes, everybody
honey,
go.
Sweetie, be like Balios there.
Father, ventriloquist dummy, Charlie. Luigi, thank you again so much for presenting this amazing episode, and we will see you guys all on December 8th. Bye.
Bye.